Hey guys, it's Kishi and welcome to this tutorial on propositional logic. Today you will learn how statements in mathematics and computer science can be formed and how we determine if they are true or false or part of more complex logical expressions. Propositional logic is essential for reasoning, proofs, program design, and digital circuits. What is logic? Logic is the basis of all mathematical reasoning and of all automated reasoning. The rules of logic specify the meaning of mathematical statements. Logic is the foundation of all mathematical reasoning. It gives us rules to interpret statements and check if arguments are valid. We use these logical rules everywhere, from math proofs to computer programs to circuits, helping us understand and solve problems clearly. Importance of mathematical logic. First, it provides precise rules to interpret mathematical statements. Second, it helps differentiate valid arguments from invalid ones. Next is essential for understanding mathematical reasoning. Widely applied in computer science, including designing digital circuits, constructing computer programs, and verifying program correctness. Logic helps us interpret mathematical statements clearly. It tells us which arguments are valid or invalid. In computer science, we use logic in circuit design, building programs, and checking if programs are correct. So this topic isn't just for math class, it is used everywhere. Now let's move on to proposition. What is a proposition? A proposition is the basic building block of logic. It is defined as a declarative sentence that is either true or false, but not both. A proposition is a sentence that is either true or false. And that's it. It cannot be both, and it can't be something without a truth value. This is the basic building block of logical expressions. The truth value of a proposition is true if the statement is true, and false if the statement is false. We have here examples of propositions. Number 1, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Number 2, 1 plus 1 equals 2. Number 3, B is a vowel. Each one has a definite truth value, so these are all propositions. Next is non-propositions. Some statements do not have a truth value or may have more than one, so they are not propositions. It says here that not every sentence is a proposition. For example, question like what time is it don't have a truth value. Commands like go out and play also don't have one. Equations with variables like x plus 1 equals 2 depend on x, so they are not propositions unless x is specified. Propositional variables. Propositions are often represented using propositional variables. By convention, these are lowercase letters like P, Q, R, and S. To make things easier, we represent propositions using letters like P, Q, R, and so on. For example, P might mean it is raining. Moving on to the main topic, which is propositional logic. The branch of logic dealing with propositions is called propositional calculus or propositional logic. It also involves creating new propositions from existing ones. Propositions formed from one or more propositions are called compound propositions. These are built using logical connectives or logical operators. To make it short, propositional logic is the system we use to combine propositions to form compound statements. We use logical connectives to build bigger and more complex expressions. Now let's move on to the easiest part of propositional logic, which is truth table. To make this easier to understand, we use truth tables to evaluate the truth of complex statements. Truth tables list all possible truth values for the simple components so we can see the result for every case. Logical connectives. Logical connectives are used to form compound propositions from simpler ones. These are the tools we use to connect propositions, examples including negation, conjunction, disjunction, implication, and biconditional. Now let's talk about the first one, which is negation. Meaning not P. Negation reverses the truth value. For example, if P is equals to it is raining, then not P is equals to it is not raining. Negation simply flips the truth value. If P is true, then not P is false, and if P is false, then not P is true. The second one is conjunction, meaning P and Q. It is true only when both P and Q are true. For example, if P is equals to I study and Q is equals to I pass, P and Q is equals to I study and I pass. It is true only if both happen. As we can see in this table, P is true and Q is true. So P and Q is true, otherwise false. Next we have disjunction, meaning P or Q. It is true if at least one of P or Q is true. For example, P is equals to I will go to the park. Q is equals to I will watch a movie. P or Q is true if either activity happens. As we can see in this table, P or Q is false only when P and Q are both false. Implication, meaning if P then Q. It is false only when P is true and Q is false. For example, P is equals to it rains, Q is equals to the ground gets wet. If P then Q is false only if it rains but the ground does not get wet. You can see that example in our table, which is P is true and Q is false. So the implication is false. Next is biconditional, meaning P if and only if Q. Biconditional is true only if both values are the same. Example, P is equals to you get an award, Q is equals to you win the contest. This example is true if both happen or both do not happen. You can see in this table that if either one of them is true or false, the biconditional is false. Now we have here practice, conversions, and truth tables. Let's practice translating English sentences to symbolic form. Number 1. If it rains, I will stay home. Let R equals to it rains, S equals to I stay home. Now the symbolic form is if R then S. Number 2. John is tall and Maria is short. J equals to John is tall, M equals to Maria is short. The symbolic form for this one is J and M. Number 3. The lights are on or the fan is running. P equals to lights on, Q equals to fan running. The symbolic form for this one is P or Q. Now let's try symbolic form to English statements. What is the answer for number 1? The answer is either P is not true or Q is true, or simply not P or Q. Now answer number 2. The answer is P and not Q. Now try the third one. The answer is if P or Q happens, then R happens. Now let's answer this truth table example. Number 1, not P and Q. P is equals to true, true, false, false. Q is true, false, true, false. Now we need to find the value of not P. We can see that it is negation. Negation means it reverses the value. So if P is true, then not P is false. And if P is false, then not P is true. Since we found the value of not P, then we can answer the not P and Q. If not P is false and Q is true, then not P and Q is false. And if not P is true and Q is true, then not P and Q is true. Number 2, P if and only if Q. To answer this one, we just need to apply the same method we did in number 1. So if Q is true, then not Q is false. And if Q is false, then not Q is true. Now to find the value of P if and only if Q, we need to apply the biconditional rule, meaning it is true only if both or not both of them happens. So if P is true and not Q is true, then P if and only if not Q is true. Same way when P is false and not Q is false, the answer is also true. That concludes our lesson on propositional logic. I hope you've learned what propositions are, how to use logical connectives, translate between English and symbolic forms, and build truth tables to evaluate statements. Thanks for watching.